Namaste dear students. Today I am here with one more illustration on issue of shares, that is illustration number 20. So which has been asked in the year November-December 2011, University of Mysore. Anand Company Limited invited applications for 40,000 shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 2 rupees 50 paise per share, payable as follows. On application rupees 3, on allotment rupees 4 rupees 50 paise, on first call rupees 2, on second and final call rupees 3. Applications were received for 85,000 shares, out of which applications for 5,000 shares were rejected and money refunded to them. The allotment was made pro rata to the remaining applicants. Excess application money was used against allotment money due. Mr. Kumar, to whom 1,000 shares were allotted, failed to pay the allotment money, and on his subsequent failure to pay the first call, his shares were forfeited. Mr. Kiran, the holder of 600 shares, failed to pay the 2 calls and his shares were forfeited. All the forfeited shares were reissued to Mr. Arun at rupees 8 per share, credited as fully paid. Pass the necessary journal entries and also prepare the balance sheet. See, this is one of the same kind of problem which we have done so far. So here Anand Company Limited have invited application for 40,000 shares. So the face value of the share is rupees 10, but company issued at a premium of 2 rupees 50 paise per share. So the money has been collected on application 3 rupees, on allotment 4 rupees 50 paise, so which includes premium. So even though he has not mentioned, so we have to assume always premium money is included in the allotment level only. Next, on first call rupees 2, then on second and final call rupees 3. See, total application received was for 85,000 shares. Okay. So out of which applications for 5,000 shares were rejected. So 5,000 application money has been rejected and refunded to them. So rest 80,000 shares has been retained in the company. The allotment again made under pro rata. So the application, excess application money, it has to be adjusted to allotment money. Okay, so that means the company have invited 40,000. So 40,000 into 3 rupees, whatever that will be, we are going to transfer it to the capital account, and other 40,000 into 3, that we are going to transfer to the allotment account. Okay, so apart from that, Mr. Kumar, to whom 1,000 shares were allotted, he failed to pay the allotment money. So Mr. Kumar did not pay his allotment money, and again he failed to pay his first call also. So then his shares has been forfeited. And at the same time, Mr. Kiran, who is the holder of 600 shares, he failed to pay 2 calls. 2 calls means first call, then second and final call. So he failed to pay both the calls. His shares were forfeited. All the forfeited shares were reissued to Mr. Arun. These forfeited shares, so that is 1,000 held by Mr. Kumar and 600 shares held by Mr. Kiran. Total 1,600 shares has been reissued to Mr. Arun at the rate 8 rupees per share, credited as a fully paid. So for this we have to pass the necessary journal entries and also we have to prepare a balance sheet. So this is the problem. So one of the easiest problem, and again, so far whatever we have solved, the same kind of problem, there is no any much changes in it. Okay, so let us look into the solution part without any further delay. So dear students, we are commencing with the solution number 20. Okay, so first we have to do a note. So what are we going to write in that note? You all know, right? Number of shares issued, number of shares issued. So Anand Company Limited invited applications for 40,000 shares. Okay, so next is number of shares subscribed or applied, you can write. So here they says application were received for 85,000 shares. 85,000 shares application has been received. See, company called for 40,000 but public applied for 85,000. So public applied for 45,000 shares more than the company offered to the public. Clear? So this is what we call it as a over subscription. We call this as a over subscription. First primary working note which you have to do always. Okay, so next what we are supposed to do, we have to do the pro rata allotment. Clear? We have to do the pro rata allotment. So let us do the pro rata allotment. So make a note now. Pro rata allotment. Pro rata allotment. So in this problem the company clearly said that application were received for 85,000 shares, out of which application for 5,000 shares were rejected and money refunded to them. So how much rejected and refunded? 5,000. So public applied for 85,000 shares. So in this we are rejecting and refunding how much? 5,000 shares. So then how much left? 85,000 minus 5,000 is 80,000. Company is keeping 80,000 shares. So 80,000 out of that company offered to the public 40,000. So 40,000 into application money how much? So that is 3 rupees. So 40,000 into 3, that comes to 1,20,000. 40,000 into 3, so that comes to 1,20,000. This for application account. Clear? This is for application account. So we are going to keep it for application money transfer to capital account. Okay. Secondly, other 40,000. 80,000 minus 40,000 is 40,000 into 3. The same amount comes 1,20,000. This is adjusted. This is adjusted to allotment account. Adjusted to allotment account. Okay, so next we have like 40 plus 48,000. So the rest 5,000 has been rejected. So that is 5,000 into 3. So that comes to 15,000 rupees. So that is rejected and refunded. Rejected and refunded. Okay, so this is the primary working note which you must know. Okay, so now here that Mr. Kumar, to whom 1,000 shares were allotted, failed to pay the allotment money. So Mr. Kumar is the holder of 1,000 shares, so who has failed to pay allotment money. So he has failed in allotment level only. So then automatically we have to do the working notes. Clear? That is working note to identify number of shares applied by Mr. Kumar, then allotment money due by Mr. Kumar, then net allotment money received. So all this we have to calculate. That is a regular working note. Wherever there is a fail in payment of allotment money, we have to do all those working notes. So let us do the working note. Okay, so let us do the working note. So working note number 1. So let us do the working note number 1. Working note number 1. Number of shares applied by Mr. Kumar. Number of shares applied by Mr. Kumar. Okay, so now the regular calculation. See, 80,000 shares we are allotting on pro rata basis, but where company have offered only 40,000 shares. So now Mr. Kumar is the We have allotted to Mr. Kumar is only 1000 shares. So then how much? So do the cross multiplication. So that is like 80,000 into 1000 divided by 40,000. Okay, so you have understood, right? 80,000 into 1000 divided by 40,000. So if you do that, you're going to get an answer of 2000. Okay, so therefore number of shares applied by Mr. Kumar is how much? 2000 shares. Okay, 2000 shares. So now we got to know how many shares has been applied by Mr. Kumar. So next we have to calculate, that is allotment money due by Mr. Kumar. Okay, so let us do that. Working note number 2. So working note number 2 we are going to do it. So now working note number 2. Working note number 2. Okay, so that is calculation of allotment money due by Mr. Kumar. That is nothing but allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. Due, or you can say not paid by Mr. Kumar. Okay. So now we understood that allotment money, how much we are supposed to collect from him. So let us calculate that. Allotment money due. So what, how many number of shares we have allotted to Mr. Kumar? 1000. So what is the allotment money due? So which includes a premium 4 rupees 50 paise. So if you calculate 1000 into 4 rupees 50 paise, so that comes to 4500 rupees. That comes to 4500 rupees. Okay. So now next is less excess application money, excess application money adjusted, excess application money adjusted. So excess application, that means Mr. Kumar is applied for how many shares? 2000. We have allotted him 1000. So he has paid on 1000 shares at rupees 3. 3 is application money, correct? So 3 is application money. So 1000 into 3, how much? 3000 rupees. Okay, so now deduct. So that is 1500. See, this is excess application money adjusted towards allotment. Excess application money adjusted towards allotment. Okay, because Mr. Kumar have applied for 2000 shares. So we have allotted him only, applied for 2000 shares, and we have allotted him only 1000 shares. So is 1000 application money is adjusted towards allotment, that we have deducted. So allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. So write down allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. So that is how much? 1500. So we have done with the second working note. So now working note number 3, so which we are supposed to understand, that is calculation of net allotment money due. Okay, so that is working note number 3. So what we are going to calculate here? Calculation of net allotment money due. Calculation of net allotment money due. Okay, so here let us write allotment money due. So how much? 40,000 shares. On 40,000 shares, 4 rupees 50 paise. Okay, so 40,000 into 4 rupees 50 paise. Calculate how much you are going to get. 1,80,000 rupees. So 1,80,000 rupees is the allotment money due. So now let us adjust less excess application money adjusted. Excess application money adjusted. So how much excess application money we have adjusted towards allotment? Excess application money adjusted to allotment, right, completely, so that we don't get confusion. Excess application money adjusted to allotment. See, the total number of application we have received 80,000. So out of 40,000 we are using for capital purpose, and 40,000 share application money we are transferring it to the allotment. So that we have done in the pro rata allotment working notes here. So 40,000 into 3, 1,20,000 application account. That means we are transferring this to capital account. So next 40,000 into 3, 1,20,000 adjusted to allotment account. So how much is adjusted to allotment? 1,20,000. So you understood, right? So that 1,20,000. So I'm going to write it here so that you don't get any confusion. So less excess application money adjusted to allotment. So deduct how much you are going to get. 60,000 rupees. So this is actually we are supposed to receive from the public, but here there is a amount not paid by Mr. Kumar is there, that is allotment money. So deduct that less allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. Allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. So how much he did not paid? 1,500. Say allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. We have done the calculation in working note number 2. So that is 1,500 rupees. So let us deduct 1,500. So how much we are going to get? 58,500 is the difference. 58,500 is the difference. So that is net allotment money, net allotment money received, net allotment money received. So here also you write the calculation of net allotment money due, and don't write due, it is received. Okay, so that is 58,500 rupees. So are you clear till this point? Yes, if you are clear, so then we can further move on to the journal entry part. Okay, so let us start the journal entry without any further delay. So dear students, so let us start the journal entry. I am ready with the table. Journal entries in the books of Anand Company Limited. Date, particulars, LF, debit rupees, credit rupees. So first journal entry. What is the first journal entry? Always we pass. Bank account, debtor to share application account. Bank account debtor to share application account. So public have applied for how many shares? 80,000 shares, right? 85,000 shares, I'm sorry. Public applied for 85,000 shares. So what is the application money? 3 rupees. So calculate 85,000 into 3. 85,000 into 3. So that comes to 2,55,000. So let us write 2,55,000. 2,55,000. Okay, so write down the narration being share application money received. Share application money received. Okay, so the second entry is transfer entry. So write down share, which amount we are transferring, application. So share application account debtor to share capital account, to share capital account, to share allotment account, to rejected is there, right, bank account. So you must be careful here. See, out of 85,000 into 3, so that is 2,55,000 rupees. How much we are transferring to the capital account? Yes, how much? 40,000 shares, right? So 40,000 application money at rupees 3. So we are transferring this to the capital account. So this we have done in the pro rata allotment working note. You can check pro rata allotment. So next 40,000 application money we have adjusted towards allotment. So 40,000 into 3 again, 1,20,000. 1,20,000. To bank account, how much rejected and refunded? 5,000 into 3. So that comes to 15,000. So 40 plus 40 plus 5, 85,000. Understood? So let us write the narration for this. Being share allotment, share application money, being share application money, share application money transferred and excess adjusted to allotment. This excess has been adjusted to allotment, and the remaining is 5,000. What we have done? Rejected and refunded. Okay, rejected and refunded. So this is the transfer journal entry of share application account. So now we are going to the third entry. Okay, so we are going to pass the third journal entry. Clear? So third journal entry is for what? So third journal entry is about allotment money due. So let us pass the journal entry for allotment money due. So write down. So what is the entry? Share allotment account debtor. Is this problem with premium or without premium? To share capital account. This problem is with premium. To security premium account. To security premium account. Correct. So now check out share allotment due. How much? On 40,000 shares. What is the allotment money due? So 4 rupees 50 paise, 4.50. So calculate 40,000 into 4.50. So we are supposed to receive 1,80,000. 1,80,000 out of how much is for capital? 40,000 into 2 is for capital. So that is 80,000 is for capital, because premium in this problem is at 2 rupees 50 paise is for premium. So 40,000 into 2.50. 40,000 into 2.50 is towards premium. So if you do this calculation, 40,000 into 2.50, so you are going to get 1 lakh rupees. 1 lakh rupees. Okay. So now write the narration for the same. Being share allotment money due with premium. Due with premium. Okay, so we are done with the due entry. So now we are supposed to do a receive entry of share allotment money. So let us pass that entry number 4. So I'm ready with the table already, so you should also be ready. So now I'm passing the 4th journal entry, that is receive entry. So that is bank account debtor to bank account debtor to share allotment account, bank account debtor to share allotment account. So how much is the receive entry? So bank account debtor to share allotment account. So we have done a working note for that. Clear? So according to that working note number 3, so we have done the calculation of net allotment money received. So how much net allotment money received after the calculation? 58,500 rupees. How much? 58,500 rupees. So now do that calculation. Also we have done. So we'll write the working note number for reference, that is working note number 3. So working note number 3. Okay, so working note number 3 reference. So now enter the amount. How much amount? 58,500. 58,500. Okay, so now write the narration. So narration is being allotment money received, being allotment money received, being allotment money received with respect to working note number 3. So if they refer to working note number 3, so that is more enough. So next 5th entry is for first call. Clear? So first call. So 5th entry, share first call account debtor to share capital account. Share first call account debtor to share capital account. So on 40,000 shares, what is the first call money we are supposed to receive? At rupees 2, right? So 40,000 into 2 is 80,000 and 80,000. So write down being first call money due, being first call money due. Okay, so we are done with the due entry. Next moving to the 6th entry. So 6th entry is a receive entry. Okay, so we have to pass the receive entry. So receive entry always bank account debtor to share first call account, share first call account. Okay, so we must receive on 40,000 shares, but Mr. Kumar, he failed to pay. He is the holder of 1,000 shares. He failed to pay allotment and he failed to pay first call as well. Okay, that is held by Mr. Kumar. Then Mr. Kiran is the holder of how many shares? 600. So 600, Mr. Kiran failed to pay 2 calls, they said. So what is the difference then? 40,000 minus 1,000 minus 600. 40,000 minus 1,000 minus 600. 38,400 into 2. So now calculate 38,400 into 2. 76,800 rupees we have received. 76,800. 76,800. So now write the narration being share first call money received. Share first call money received except 1,600 shares held by Mr. Kumar and Mr. Kiran. Okay, so now we are done with the 6th journal entry. So next, that is first call money receive entry. Next we are moving to the second call due entry. So let us move towards second call due entry. So that is 7th journal entry. Okay, so let us start the 7th journal entry. So before second call due, in this problem they clearly said Mr. Kumar is the holder of 1000 shares, failed to pay allotment and first call money. So after first call we have to forfeiture Mr. Kumar's share, correct? So we have to forfeit Mr. Kumar's share. So now let us forfeit the Mr. Kumar's share. What is the entry for share forfeiture? Share capital account debtor, share capital account debtor, share capital account debtor, 2 forfeited share account, 2 share allotment account, 2 share first call account. See how we have written this, on what basis? See, total capital till the stage of first call, how much we are supposed to collect. Then to forfeited share account, the money which has been paid by Mr. Kumar. To share allotment account, which is not paid by Mr. Kumar. To share first call account, which is not paid by Mr. Kumar again. Okay, so that we have to do that working note. Okay, that we have to do the calculation here. So now if you look at it, till the stage of first call, how much is supposed to pay? So how much on application? Let us do this working note here so that you will understand. Short note, on application rupees 3, correct? On application rupees 3. Then on allotment, leave this premium, so then it is rupees 2. On allotment rupees 2. Then on first call rupees 2. So total how much? 7 rupees. So how much? 7 rupees. So share capital account, Mr. Kumar is the holder of how many shares? 1000 shares into 7. So he is supposed to pay 7000 rupees. Out of how much he has paid, that we don't know. Clear? Out of how much he has paid, we don't know. But he did not paid 1000 into 2, that is first call money. He did not pay 2000 rupees. And at the same time, in the allotment level, how much he did not paid? So he did not paid 1500 rupees. Clear? So if you look at working note number 2, so we have done the calculation clearly. Working note number 2, that is allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar. So how much allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar? 1500 rupees. Understood? So allotment money not paid by Mr. Kumar is 1500. So according to the working note number 2. So according to the working note number 2, he did not paid allotment money of 1500. For reference, you can mention working note number 2. So then how much he paid? So now he is supposed to pay and did not pay. If you deduct, you are going to get the amount how much he has paid. So that is 7000 minus 1500 minus 2000. So he paid 3500 rupees. How much he has paid? 3500. So that you have to keep it separately. Okay, so that is 3500 rupees. So I believe you have understood this working note part. So because we are forfeiting is the share at the first call after the first call. So write the narration being forfeiture of 1000 shares held by Mr. Kumar due to non-payment of call money, call money. Okay, so this is the 7th entry. So next is 8th entry. So 8th entry is going to be a second call due entry. So 8th entry is going to be a second call due entry. So let us look into the 8th entry. Share second and final call account debtor. Share second and final call account debtor to share capital account. So much on 40,000 shares actually we are supposed, but 1,000 has been forfeited, so the left out is 39,000 into how much is the second and final call money? Rupees 3. Correct. Second and final call money is rupees 3. So now calculate. So that is 39,000 into 3. So 1,17,000. 1,17,000. 1,17,000. Okay, so now write the narration being second and final call money due. Being second and final call money due. Okay, so now we are supposed to pass the receive entry. Okay, now we are supposed to pass the receive entry, so that is going to be 9th entry. So write bank account debtor to share second and final call account. So here on 39,000 shares we are supposed to receive final call, but the holder of 600 shares, Mr. Kiran, he did not pay both the calls. So deduct that 600 shares. So how much you are going to get? 38,400 shares into 3 rupees. So calculate 38,400 into 3 rupees. So you are going to get 1,15,200. 1,15,200. 1,15,200. 1,15,200. Okay, so write the narration being second and final call money received except 600 shares held by Mr. Kiran. So close the narration part. So now we are going to pass the forfeiture entry of the shares which is held by Mr. Kiran. Okay, so now let us pass the forfeiture entry, so which is held by Mr. Kiran. So that is the journal entry number 10. Okay, journal entry number 10. So let us pass this entry. So now forfeiture entry means first we are supposed to write share capital account debtor to share forfeiture account 2, which is not paid by him, that is first call and second call. Correct. So write share first call account to share second and final call account. So on 600 shares, how much is supposed to pay? 10 rupees. So 600 into 10, how much? 6,000 rupees. So how much he has paid till the allotment he has paid. So then till the allotment means he has paid rupees 3 on application, then rupees 2 on allotment. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so you paid 5 rupees. So 600 into 5, that is 3,000. So how much he did not pay it? 600 into first call money, how much? 2. 600 into 2, 1,200 he did not paid. Then second call also he did not pay, 600 into 3. So that is how much? 1,800. 1,800. Okay. So now write the narration being forfeiture of 600 shares due to non-payment of call money. Due to non-payment of call money. So forfeiture is done. Okay. So now reissue entry. So that is 11th entry. Okay. So now it has been reissued at rupees 8 per share. Correct. So reissued to Mr. Arun at rupees 8 per share. That is what in the problem they clearly said. Okay. So let us reissue this. So 1,000 shares of Mr. Kumar and 600 shares of Mr. Kiran. So put together 1,600 shares. Clear. So that is 1,000 held by Mr. Kumar, 600 shares held by Mr. Kiran. So if you mark this, you will have a clarity. At rupees 8 each we are reissuing. So bank account 1,600 into 8. So how much? 12,800 rupees. So 12,800 rupees. So then forfeited shares account or share forfeiture account. Share forfeiture account. So at how much loss we are reissuing? So the face value of the share 10 rupees, but we are reissuing at 8. So loss is 2. So 1,600 into 2. 1,600 into 2 is 3,200. 3,200. So 2 share capital account. 2 share capital account. So how much? 2 share capital account 16,000 rupees. Okay, so write the narration being reissue of forfeited shares at rupees 8 each. At rupees 8 each. Okay, so now we are supposed to pass the last entry, that is for transfer of capital reserve. Okay, so let us solve that transfer of capital reserve entry. So last entry, that is 12th journal entry. Okay, so 12th journal entry. So share forfeiture account debtor to capital reserve account. So which are all the money you should take? So first you have to take the 7th entry, that is forfeiture entry. So in this how much we do have here? So we have forfeited shares account 3,500 rupees. How much? 3,500 rupees. Okay, so then we have 10th entry, that is another forfeiture. So how much we have here? 3,000 rupees. Share forfeiture account 3,000 rupees. So now 3,000 plus 3,500 is 6,500 rupees. So that is how much? 6,500 rupees. So first you make a note, 6,500 minus 6,500 minus how much is the loss. So that is adjusted towards forfeiture. So that is 3,200. So how much? 3,200. If you deduct, how much you are going to get? 6,500 minus 3,200. So that you are going to get 3,300 rupees. 3,300, 3,300, 3,300, 3,300 both the side. So now write the narration being transfer of final profit on forfeiture to capital reserve account, Okay, so we are done with the journal entry part. So next we are going to prepare the bank account and the balance sheet. Next we are going to prepare bank account and balance sheet. So let us draw the table for the same. So I am ready with the table for bank account. So bank account, debit, credit, particulars rupees. So now let us write to share application account. How much we have received on share application. So that is first journal entry. That is 2,55,000 rupees. Correct, 2,55,000. So I am copying the same to here. So 2,55,000. 2,55,000. Next to share allotment account. How much we have received against allotment? 58,500 rupees. Next to share first call account. How much we have received against first call? 76,800. Correct, 76,800. Then share second call account. So how much per share second call we have received? 1,15,200. 1,15,200. 1,15,200. So then we have share capital account, that is reissue of forfeited shares. So share capital account. So how much we have received? That is bank account 12,800. Okay, so that's all. So now do we have any payments which we have rejected and refunded? Yes, that is by share application account. How much we have rejected? Share application account 15,000 rupees. So that's all, we don't have else. So by balance carried down. So first total this, how much you are going to get? 2,55,000 plus 58,500 plus 76,800 plus 1,15,200 plus 12,800. So that comes to 5,18,300. That comes to how much? 5,18,300. So the same total I am writing this side also, 5,18,300. So now deduct the amount which is paid against application, 15,000 rupees. So how much you are going to get as a balance carried down? 5,03,300 rupees. 5,03,300 rupees. So we are done with the bank account. So let us close the bank account table. So you have understood clearly, right? Or if you have any doubts, so reach me out. Don't feel feel free to approach me for your doubts clarification. So next, the final statement which we are supposed to prepare is a new balance sheet. Okay, so let me prepare the new balance sheet. New balance sheet as on that date. Okay, so let us open a balance sheet table. So new balance sheet as on that date. So I'm ready with the table. So first write down liabilities, rupees, assets, rupees. So first on the liability part, the first one is always share capital, that is share capital. So under that, number one, under that, since the company has everything same, okay, so write down authorized, issued, subscribed, called up, and paid up capital. Called up and paid up capital. So how much? Number of shares the company has 40,000 at rupees 10 each face value. So that is how much? 40,000 into 10. So that is 4 lakh rupees. Okay, so understood, 4 lakh rupees. So that we have done with the share part, that is share capital. So next is second main, that is reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus, underline that part and let us write, that is capital reserve. So that is last journal entry amount. So how much we got in the last journal entry amount? We got 3,300 rupees transferred to capital reserve account. How much? 3,300. So I'm writing the same over here. So that is capital reserve 3,300. Then security premium. Security premium. So security premium is on how many shares? So that is again 40,000 shares. What is the premium amount? 2 rupees 50 paise. So 40,000 into 2 rupees 50 paise, how much? 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so if you mark that 40,000 into 2 rupees 50 paise, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so now do we have any fixed assets or purchase consideration? No, right? So write number one, fixed assets. Fixed assets is nil. Okay, so then we have current assets. Do we have any current assets? We have only one current asset, so that is cash at bank. That is cash at bank. So how much do we have in cash at bank? So which we have calculated just now in preparing the bank account. Balance carried down 5,03,300. How much? 5,03,300 rupees. So write down cash at bank is 5,03,300. 5,03,300. So now total this table. So check the total, how much you are going to get. Okay, so total the table. So 4 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 3,300. 4 lakh 3,300, 5 lakh 3,300. So total 5 lakh 3,300. So this column also 5,03,300. So the problem got tallied. So our problem is perfectly done. So it got tallied. So no any confusion in solving the problem. So you also should not get confused. So this is the regular version of problem whatever we have done so far. Okay, so practice problems and again so that you will get thorough with this kind of problems, so you don't find any difficulty while solving the problem. Okay, so now I'm going to stop here. I'll come back with one more video very shortly. Okay, so until then, take care. See you soon. Bye bye and stay safe. Bye.